Hi, I'm Marty Glickman, speaking for Sports Champions, and I'm talking with Yankee right fielder Roger Maris. Roger, how is it that you developed the ability to pull the ball as well as you do?
Well, Marty, back in 1954, I was a spray hitter, and I was under JoJo White. He was my manager, and JoJo one day told me I was a little bit too big to be spraying the ball around, so to try and pull the ball. So thereafter, I just started getting the bat out front of the ball a little bit more.
Is that the key thing to concentrate on, the key element in getting the bat out in front of the ball and pulling it?
Well, if you want to pull the ball, it's easy for a spray hitter to go into pulling a ball, but it's pretty tough for a pull hitter to go into spraying the ball. And I've thought many times since that it'd be nice to be able to maintain a better average and hit the ball to the opposite field quite a little, but it's just a little more difficult for me to do now that I am a pull hitter.
Roger, you've been asked time and again about that wonderful season you had in 1961 when you hit those 61 home runs. But now as you look back, is there any one home run, any single home run, or one day that stands out the most?
Yes, Marty, I would say the one day we had a doubleheader with Chicago White Sox, I'd hit 4 home runs that day, and of course that's always a pretty good day when you get 4 of them in one day.
How about number 61?
Well, that was quite a thrill. I think the biggest thing on that 61st home run was the way the ball game ended 1-0. If it hadn't ended that way, I'm afraid there'd been a lot of writing saying the pitcher fed me the home run. This way they couldn't hack it apart.
In September of 1961, when you were closing in on that record, did you ever go for a home run?
Well, definitely. After I hit a certain point, I think I was going for it. I think it's like anything else. You get pretty close to some type of a record or one thing or another, you're going to definitely start shooting for it, and I think I was towards the end of the season, yes.
Ordinarily, though, do you try to hit the ball where it's pitched?
Well, no. Ordinarily, I just try and hit the ball as hard as I can. I try to get the good wood of the bat on the ball, and where it goes, I actually have nothing to say about it. But I think if you get the good wood on the ball, the majority of the time you're going to be in pretty good shape, especially with a swing like mine, because I have a little bit of an uppercut to my swing, and therefore I have a tendency to get underneath the ball.
How was it that you do develop an uppercut on your swing?
Well, that I really don't know. I mean, I think it's just something natural that you do. Some guys, they automatically swing down and chop down on the ball. Others swing perfectly level, and then you have a person that uppercuts. I uppercut. I don't uppercut too much. I think it's just enough that if I do get a hold of one, it can be a home run, whereas you find some guys that take a real big uppercut swing.
As a young ball player, was there anything special that you did in order to develop your swing?
No, Marty, I can't think of any one thing. I know I've been playing ball as far back as I can remember, and it was just a lot of hitting that I used to do. My dad used to pitch to my brother and I and let us hit balls quite frequently, and of course we were out on the field almost every day in the summer just playing ball.
Many youngsters today have difficulty swinging a bat that might be just a little bit heavy for them. What advice do you suggest to them?
Well, of course, there's all different sized bats, and I think definitely if you find a bat's too heavy for you, you should go down to a smaller bat. I find times right now when I usually use a 33-ounce bat, and once in a while I'll jump up to a 35-ounce bat. It just depends how I'm feeling and what time of the year it is, whereas I feel strong at that time or not.
Where do you hold your hands on the bat?
Well, generally I try to get just off the knob where I might have a half inch in between the knob and where my hand is, but I find myself a lot of times unconsciously slipping all the way down on the knob too.
Most young baseball players want to hit that ball long and well. What can these young ball players do to help develop the strength, the muscular ability to hit that ball long and well?
Well, I don't really think it takes too much strength to be able to hit one out of a ballpark. I think if you've got the coordination and timing there, you can hit it a long ways. I think I know I've gotten up the plate many times where I've just taken a real easy swing and the ball goes, and I know I didn't swing hard at it, and the strength didn't have anything to do with it. It was just the timing of the ball, and of course good wrist action will help too.
You bring up a most important point, Roger. So many young ball players try to swing too hard.
Well, definitely that can hurt you. You have your big swingers and you have your short swingers. Now you take, for example, Mickey. Mickey swings real hard and he hits the ball, and there are very few ball players in baseball, I think, that can take a real big hard swing like Mickey does and be able to hit the ball. Now myself, I don't take a big swing, and when I do, I don't hit. I have to take a shorter swing and just rely on the good contact.
Roger Maris, thank you very much. Roger Maris of the Yankees, one of the great all-around players in baseball.